This is the most controversial road project that we've had in Nigeria in the most recent years, and the controversy has not even finished. Hello, I am Joan Bishio, also known as Joan of Kaduna, and here we talk about environmental sustainability, especially from an African point of view. And in this video, we are talking from a Nigerian point of view. In April 2024, the Nigerian Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, announced that Nigeria was flagging off the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway. And this highway is about 700 kilometers and it is worth a lot of money. Nigeria is underdeveloped, and projects like these are what we need to be able to open up the country to be able to do more things and for sustainable development. And also it was a welcome idea, but there was a whole lot of things attached to this project, and a lot of wahala has plagued this project since it was announced. If starting from controversy about nepotism of the contractor chosen to handle the project, to even alleged witch hunting of the business owners affected by the coastal road, affected by the road development, to even the EIA. Now, for me, it's the EIA. That is why I'm here. We are here to talk about the EIA. Now, what is the EIA? The EIA is the environmental assessment. The EIA is an extensive assessment of the environmental and social impacts of any program, policy, or projects before it is actually done. During one of the media briefings with the Minister of Works, a TV reporter, Leila Johnson Salami, asked the minister about the EIA of the project. If I can get that clip, I will insert it in the video, and if I can get that clip, I'll surely insert it in the video, or I'll leave a link in the description box down below. But now the minister, instead of properly addressing her question, he picked on her accent and was just trying to be evasive. And you were like, okay, and yes, that they had done the EIA. But since then, journalists have been asking, okay, where's this EIA? We want to see it. And it's been crickets. The EIA that they say they have, we are not seeing it, and they have not made it public, which is supposed to be like something that's supposed to be made available to the public if the public asks for it. And the public have been asking for it, and the government have just been like, but why is an EIA even important, especially for this Lagos-Calabar coastal highway? One, to protect ecosystems. Now, when they do projects like this for any urban development or any development project, a lot of things will have to be destroyed to be able to create new things. For this coastal highway that's going to cross across diverse and very sensitive ecosystems of Nigeria, it's going to pose as a threat to them, and this EIA will be able to check, okay, which of these ecosystems are going to be affected, because habitats are going to be destroyed and there's also going to be loss of biodiversity in the process. So this EIA will be able to check, okay, which of these areas are going to be affected. Okay, what can we do to ensure that the damage is not much and we can be able to manage the damage? But if there is no EIA and they just go about doing this project blindly, it's going to destroy the ecosystem, and it's not going to be helpful for our biodiversity that is already like declining. Climate resilience. The road project is going to go through coastal communities and coastal areas, and already coastal regions are already vulnerable to the effects of climate change, with effects like sea level rise and extreme weather events. And EIA will help them build structures that are resilient to this climate change effect, so that their projects will be able to stand this test of time. And not that in 10 years' time, the sea level rise will have caught up with this wonderful project that are spending millions of hard-earned Nigerian money to build. And EIA also involves like active engagement with the locals around the region, with the locals of the place that the project is going to be conducted in. Already, with the recent reports that we're already seeing, I've already started seeing problems with this EIA that the minister said they already have, because now they have to change the course of the construction and like shift some meters and kilometers from what they had already projected to start with, because they just found out that they were going to the project was going to affect coastal submarine, because they just found out that the project was going to affect submarine cables, coastal cables, something like that. I'm like, But if this EIA was done, you will have seen that this was going to happen, and you will have already made your plan based on what is going to happen. But then now we're already seeing the effects of them not actually doing an EIA. So what happens if there is no EIA for this project? As already earlier stated, they have changed course in some parts of the project plan, and I believe this is due to the fact that there is no EIA, because if there's an EIA, where is it? Also, if there is no EIA, there's going to be environmental wahala, because they're just going to be doing this thing blindly, and this is going to cause heavy loss to our declining biodiversity. They'll just go in and chop and leave us to suffer the consequences in the coming years. There's also going to be legal challenges, because people could go contest the legality of the project if there is no EIA, and this could stall the project completion, increase costs, because we are stalling it, money is counting and money is reading, and inflation is not waiting for anybody. So increased cost, and it could even lead to like halting the project for like a very long period of time, and this would this is not good for productivity and all. Public backlash. Already the public backlash is deafening. A lot of people have been talking, more people are becoming aware about environmental issues, so then I ask, okay, where is this EIA? Are you not bringing out the EIA? And like, people are talking on the internet everywhere. People are talking, and the minister and the people around him, they're not making matters better for the whole thing. They're not making matters better. More cost. Penny wise, pound foolish. You don't do the EIA now, it surely going to come bite us in the future. We have to take environmental sustainability seriously, and we don't take the environmental sustainability serious. Mother Earth, the environment, is surely going to come and tell us, why didn't you do the right thing in the first place? And it's going to cost us more money, just like what's happening with the climate crisis. If we had taken care of the environment better earlier, we'll not be spending as much as we are doing now, trying to avert the crisis and trying to ensure that we are doing the right thing now. Averting impending crisis is cheaper than trying to control a full-blown crisis. That's the truth. The Lagos-Calabar coastal project is a wonderful idea. It's something that is needed. We need more parts of Nigeria like opened up so that more people can move their goods and services from one part of the country to the other. This is a beautiful and great project, but if the right thing is not being done, then the aim is defeated, because the consequences that is going to come after it is going to defeat the whole purpose of the project. So the Nigerian Ministry of Works need to do the right thing and do an extensive EIA now, not later, not during the course of the project, but now, before the project goes far. They have already started, but before it goes far, they need to do an extensive EIA and also make this document public, so that we can also be able to see, and then we can be able to regain the trust, because as of now we have lost all trust in them. And like, okay, if they're not letting us know what's happening, especially when it comes to the environmental assessment, then that means they are doing something that is not right in the eyes of the environment. And doing something that's not right in the eyes of the environment also means you're shortchanging with the Nigerians, because if you destroy the environment, you're also destroying us, because the environment is us. If you've enjoyed this video up to now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you will be able to also share this with other Nigerians if you're a Nigerian watching this video. Thank you very much for watching, and remember that you can be the change that you want to see. Like and share this video. Until next time, I'm Joan of Kaduna.